I won't promise to stop thinking about it, though, Miss Honey," Matilda said. "I've been thinking about it all the way back from your cottage, and I believe I've got just a tiny little bit of an idea." "You mustn't," Miss Honey said. "Please forget it." "I would like to ask you 3 last things before I stop talking about it," Matilda said. "Please will you answer them, Miss Honey?" Miss Honey smiled. It was extraordinary, she told herself, how this little snippet of a girl seemed suddenly to be taking charge of her problems, and with such authority too. "Well," she said, "that depends on what the questions are." "The first thing is this," Matilda said. "What did Miss Trunchbull call your father when they were around the house at home?" "I'm sure she called him Magnus," Miss Honey said. "That was his first name." "And what did your father call Miss Trunchbull?" "Her name is Agatha," Miss Honey said. "That's what he would have called her." "And lastly," Matilda said, "what did your father and Miss Trunchbull call you around the house?" "They called me Jenny," Miss Honey said. Matilda pondered these answers very carefully. "Let me make sure I've got them right," she said. "In the house at home, your father was Magnus, Miss Trunchbull was Agatha, and you were Jenny. Am I right?" "That is correct," Miss Honey said. "Thank you," Matilda said. "And now I won't mention the subject any more." Miss Honey wondered what on earth was going on in the mind of this child. "Don't do anything silly," she said. Matilda laughed and turned away and ran up the path to her front door, calling out as she went, "Goodbye, Miss Honey. Thank you so much for the tea."